come back to the same place in terms of improve the setup, trying to be better, try to make steps in the right direction. It's perfect because we have the reference from the last race, so the first race and
the first round we had a lot of problems with the engine brake. So now we're working more on that this weekend, and it gives us more time to make the bike better.
It's actually something good, just because we have all the information from the first weekend. So we have time. We got 3 weeks to work on that, and we know we're going to the same track. So we can put all the information that we learned from the first weekend, go straight into the same track for round 2, and work on that. So.
Oh, being here for round 2 MotoAmerica, it's really good for myself and the team. It gives us some consistency leading into round 2, just with the motorcycle. Everything's so new with myself and the bike, and even my team, we're still learning. So it's good to just get the data from the last round to bring it to this round, just to continue the positive momentum we got going. And I'm looking forward to a good weekend.
Honestly, I think for us it was pretty much perfect. We really didn't have that much time to prepare for the season, but this really gives us time to focus on just bike setup, because we don't have to go worry about learning a new track or something. We can see how far we've come since the first round, so I'm really happy about it.
Leading into round 2, man, it gives me a lot of confidence. We did real good the first round, and we're looking to continue the progress. We did some pretty good lap times. We weren't consistent last round, just the newness of everything. So I have a few races underneath my belt, and looking forward to go faster this weekend.
not always what you plan is what happened, and decide to risk, to improve, to try new things, to sacrifice time or lap times, or just to have another extra 10 minutes or extra 15 minutes, or the warm-up to try something and have some extra information to link with the right thing. So that's my goal. That's what I will push this weekend, and I hope to make it.
For Supersport qualifier number 2. Down trackside, trying to set that tone since today, hadn't gotten to the race.
No, we haven't got.
Looking at the number 11 here, but you're asking for the spectators to stop by, get their package, get the science products, get the end of the season, they're sending this package to Afghanistan. There are only 200 care packages at the end of the season, and do 25 each event. So if you're a friend, family, have a military service yourself, head over to the hospital.
So we have the different channels of the brain, and what we look at is, while we're doing visualizations, more calm, more stress, right? So we want to make sure we stay in the green zone, right? And then make sure the rider's ready to go.
Stupid amounts, ayy. Hop in a whip and I'm out. I need so much I can't count. Oh, and I don't need no college, cause I'm getting stupid amounts. Yeah, I'm getting stupid amounts, ayy. So much that I'm losing accounts, ayy. I'm a young boss in my state, yeah, so I gotta stay in my town, ayy. I think I'm staying around, ayy. What is they talking about, ayy? They know I've been in the lab, yeah. But where they all going now, ayy? I got that money, it's inside. They wanna ask why I've been wide. It's 28 and he still hate it. I see him now, they all switch sides. I told them all that I've been fly. There ain't no faking on this side. They tryna give me a small deal. I need big bills, I'm a big guy. Hop in a whip and I'm out. I need so much I can't count. Oh, and I don't need no college, cause I'm getting stupid amounts.
Our second, MotoAmerica's
Today, it went like that. I didn't quit the cup right here. You see,
I'll get you water stuff.
Yeah, so round one wasn't absolutely the best for me and for the team, just because we had a pretty big get-off in race one on Saturday, and we didn't get any points there. But you know, we still went out and raced race two, and we were able to get second place. So important for the championship with the 20 points. But in general, it was just mostly just a lot of information that we had to get from round one. A lot of things, like not just personally, but also for the team to work on. And we made it happen. You know, we got here already at a different level, which is the most important thing. But yeah, I think it's just going to be like that for the rest of the weekends. You know, just keep on working like that in that same way.
Honestly, it's great. I mean, I feel like I've really, you know, gotten together with the team pretty well. And honestly, you know, I felt like we could have delivered more already in the first round, but you know, this time around we really showed a huge step up. So unfortunately, with little things here and there, but you know, race pace has been really good, and you know, hopefully, you know, we can end the whole weekend strong.
Race number one, Road America number 2, Ono Superbike class. When those lights go off, we're ready to go. Clutches are dropped, and Bobby Fong with an initial launch, but look at Cameron Beaubier. But this battle for third on this final lap could get interesting. What does Kyle Wyman have in the tank? The fight with Tony Elias. There's Tony, sends it sideways, but it's nice and tidy. Yeah.
Turns it in early. That's why he runs so wide on the exit, but that's his way of being able to block that inside. And you can see Tony's bike isn't that good through the carousel. It hasn't been good pretty much all race. That'll be something that I'm sure he'll key on with his team when he's done with this race. Kyle looks like he's trying to set something up as they come into the
There goes Kyle. He's up the inside. He gets it turned. So Kyle Wyman on the Ducati takes over third spot. He tries to get on the meat of the tire. Tony Elias trying to get a run at him. There's another passing spot coming up, Jay.
Yeah, look at that. Kyle actually gave him a little bit of room there. This is a very sketchy place to go side by side, but you know Elias is going to fire it back underneath him.
There goes Tony. He looks down. He's going to go to the apex of the corner. Kyle Wyman's got another shot at him, but where's he going to take it? He's got to get on the rear wheel of Tony Elias if he's going to be able to draft him. That GSXR 1000 so fast, especially with Tony Elias. Bobby Fong comes across the line in this battle for third. Elias in a tuck. Who's going to get to the line? It'll be Tony Elias.
it take? I mean, I'm asking you this because you're the closest one today, but what's it going to take to get a bit closer to Cameron?
You know, we did a lot of homework. We definitely improved the bike. The lap times didn't show today compared to last round, but we definitely improved the bike quite a bit. I'm really struggling. I'm okay through the first sector, second, in the middle, but I'm losing maybe 4/10, 3/10 a lap just in the last sector, and it just seems to we're messing with electronics a lot. We don't know exactly what route to go with the electronics on the last sector, but just figuring out, and it's just a puzzle, and we're just putting together piece by piece. And you know, I am working on trying to ride a little bit differently because you know, last round it seemed like I was going to charge and step a little too hard, and so I'm backing it off a little bit. But hopefully we can find something today and improve it tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
So essentially, because what I would always works, so well done.
One in here, one out there. Yeah.
It's time to go racing. Race number 1. Supersport. Road America number 2. Revs are up, and here we go.
Great start from Sean Dillon Kelly, Greg. Really good start. I also saw Jason Aguilar from the second row there, who was 4th on the grid.
John Dillon Kelly gets it right back. What an aggressive move by SDK.
Escalante jumps right back down the inside as they go into turn 8. And this is exactly what SDK wants to do. He wants to try to force Escalante into a mistake, and you can see he fights right back. And look at Brandon Posh now, rolls around the outside of Escalante as well.
Looked like for a moment Escalante was trying to sneak up the inside. Sean Dillon Kelly using some body English to get his Suzuki turn. Here's the draft and pass maneuver. Escalante pulls out to the left on the front straightaway. Posh trying to get a double draft. But SDK and that GSXR 600 has got a lot of motor. They fan 3 wide as they head into turn number 1. Who's going to have the advantage? It's Sean Dillon Kelly, Escalante, and then Posh.
En la primera curva, la trasera. Ay, ¿has visto?
¿Patinabas tú también?
Brandon. No tanto, a mí sí me levantaba más.
Second place today, Sean Dillon Kelly. Sean's second podium of the year. You also had a good race last week or 3 weeks ago, but then also the crash. So coming in here today, how are you? Physically, you're okay, and you retained your positivity for this, or is your confidence a little shook?
No, 100%. I'm feeling really good. Yesterday we started at a better spot already than the other weekend, but we were still a step back from Richie. But today we did some work, and it showed a lot in the qualifying too. I did my first pole position, which I was really happy about, in MotoAmerica at least. And yeah, we just did a lot of work with the M4 ECSTAR Suzuki team since the last weekend out, which clearly we had some struggles. But it's showing today, you know, we definitely gave Richie much more of a fight compared to the last time out here. But we still have a little bit to go, so we're just going to take what we learned today and hopefully add it on tomorrow.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Being Canadian and also French Canadian in Quebec brings me a lot of pride to come here race with all the American guys, and of course it's really cool. It's a cool feeling. I know there's a couple French Canadian that have been to AMA before and won some races, like Miguel Duhamel, Pascal Picot. So it's kind of cool to be like with kind of like those guys, like being known in where I live in Quebec. So it's really cool to just represent Quebec and also Canada. And I wish there was more Canadian riders up in MotoAmerica. So yeah, it's cool.
All right, waiting for those lights to fire up. When they go out, we'll go green. Let's find out who's going to get the start. Cam Peterson with that Altus Motorsports entry, driving that Suzuki to the first turn. Grid gets cleared, upper left-hand part of your screen, that red light. It's got to go on. When it goes off, it's time for these guys to go to work. Good watch by the front row. Sean Dylan Kelly smoked it.
Great start.
Now Posh dives up the inside, tries to take over second. They're side by side. Posh trying to get a drive. Richie looks a lot cleaner and a lot smoother.
He does, but so do the two guys. Look at this move. What a move by SDK. Great move by SDK to just kind of slide up underneath. And look at Brandon now trying to take advantage of the same thing. He's going to pull up along the outside of Escalante. Escalante's going to get the draft. Nope. I was hoping that Brandon was going to go by there, but Escalante is in the draft of SDK, which is going to help him there.
For third, second place. Oh, it looks like Sean Dylan Kelly gets second. Brandon Posh will get third. That margin, 0.044 of a second.
We got 20 points. Dude, the last lap for
Little step up. We finish closer to Richie, which is the main objective. Definitely doing really good here at MotoAmerica, but.
Here we go. Cameron Beaubier trying to go 4 for 4 in the first 2 races of the season here at MotoAmerica. The field ready to do battle with the Californian. Revs are up. We're on our way. Number 50, Bobby Fong. Is Tony Elias trying to do something on the outside? No, by 4 bike lengths. It's going to be Cam Beaubier who leads us.
And then Bobby Fong's going to be right behind Tony Elias as they shoot down to turn 3.
Beaubier is down.
Wow.
Your championship points leader throws it down the road.
These guys this would be first Superbike wins for either one of these 2 riders that you see here, Bobby Fong and Jake Gagne.
Bobby Fong, M4 ECSTAR Suzuki. What a boost this would be to the M4 ECSTAR Suzuki team. This program got handed over from Yoshimura late in the off-season. They head into the chicane. Skull's going to try Elias on the brakes. Not right now.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, and he's down.
Tony.
Goes Tony. And Tony just looks on in disbelief. An aggressive move from Matthew Skulls finds Tony Elias in the dust.
You know the motivation to get back up? Cameron Beaubier's out.
On the gas goes Bobby Fong. Head down and up the hill. How do you like race 2 in the Hono Superbike class? It's going to be M4 ECSTAR Suzuki's Bobby Fong with a half-a-second victory over Jake Gagne.
You know what? I'd say that this weekend is a lot better than the first weekend because I'm holding this trophy because Bobby Fong won Superbike Race 2 at MotoAmerica. So MotoAmerica 1, man, that was dude, that was a tough weekend. 2 DNFs from Tony, a 4th place from Bobby, and a DNF in the second race with a big incident, and then the 600 guys, DNF for Sean in the first race. And Lucas had a good weekend. You know, he finished 5th, and then even in the twin, right? We got beat on the twin. You know, Alex is, you know, coming along on the stock 1000. So I'd say this weekend's a lot better than last weekend. Twins Cup win on a Team Hammer supported. We build the engines and do the chassis on that bike for Rocco, and Superbike win. You know, Bobby, it's incredible. The race was incredible for Bobby, and he did a very good job. And you know, in racing, right, sometimes your results don't say the whole story. So round 1, Bobby Fong won 11-4 in Superbike Race 2, and Tony Elias went 11-6, fastest those motorcycles ever been around this racetrack. This weekend, Bobby won 11-2. You know, it's fastest those motorcycles. So Team Hammer Inc. did that. M4 ECSTAR Suzuki did that, and the technicians. So I'm really proud of the guys and just the work, right? We went home, we had a bad weekend, we didn't give up, we just went back to work, and that's what race teams do, and high-level race teams, and that's why we've been able to reinvent ourselves, win races for 40 years.